Hey everyone. I want to touch a little bit about fingerprinting difficult customers or customers that come in. It's not as easy as it would normally be. And I just want to share this with everyone. We actually discussed this in the coaching call the other night. But essentially, sometimes you'll get customers and they'll have worn prints and you're like, yo, what do I do with this? Um, or, they're, they may have arthritis or anything that could be going on to where it could be, a little bit difficult to fingerprint them, outside of a war and race pattern, maybe having arthritis and their fingers aren't as straight as they normally would be. A customer that wants to kind of help you, right, when you're doing your fingerprinting, we get those. I'll talk about that as well in another little short video. But I just want to kind of tell you some techniques that you can use for people when they come in a little bit difficult. So when you get some people that might be a little bit seasoned, I say, senior populated people, sometimes their hands are really, really cold and they may have some kind of, like my hand is nice and plump. I don't know if you can see that, not nice and kind of plump here. But theirs might be a little cold, so it might be a little more wrinkled and kind of indentions and stuff like that. And so when you fingerprint them, it's like, you can't really get nothing on them, right? A quick technique that I can tell you that you can use to possibly to bring those prints out would be a technique called milking. So milking is kind of like, milking the udder of a cow, kind of, so to speak. So kind of milking the finger, bringing warmth and blood to it so it has a good blood flow to where it can kind of plump up for you. And then you can, roll their prints and it'll come out, a nice good print for you. So that's one technique. You have hydration protocols you can follow. Those are some things we discussed in the live scan course. But I think as well as in the ink course, and when just talking about different techniques and stuff like that. But that's something that you can do to kind of help bring some of the prints out. With the hydration protocol, it takes a couple of days because you want to make them hydrate and stuff like that to make sure they're ready to come back to get the prints done. Sometimes you may have a customer that has sweaty hands or sweaty palms, right? And we kind of discuss some of the things we do for those customers. One, some people use ice packs to help kind of keep their hands, kind of take the moisture away and then hurry up and fingerprint them. Another technique could be using alcohol prep wipes. The little small squares, they have, you can wipe off that and kind of get some excessive moisture and hurry up and fingerprint them. The only thing though is when you do that, sometimes they take out too much moisture. If you're doing ink, no problem. You can hurry up, put them in the ink and then roll it, right? If it's a live scan, it can take out too much moisture and then you might have super, super light prints or prints where you can barely see it all or just showing kind of specks within the live scan system. So you got to have a fine line if you use that. Another technique that we use here at the office too is we'll keep a little fan in here, and essentially we'll have them kind of hold their hands like that in front of the fan instead of just kind of like rinsing it. But they'll try. Most people try to do like this here. That's going to create extra heat and friction. Don't do that. So just kind of like just let them hands stay like there, and then fingerprint them, right? So that's something that you can do for customers that may be a little bit difficult. Customers that may have maybe arthritis or something, where their fingers are not as straight or something like that. The cool thing is, even though your system, if you're doing live scan, even you can do this too with traditional ink, kind of depending on this, you're going to have to be a little bit more creative. But essentially, like I just had a customer yesterday, his pinky finger was kind of like that. So all his fingers was kind of like this here, right? And so he's like, it's always difficult when I get here. I don't know how I'm going to get it done. I was like, no worries, no problem. So you know what I did? I'll show you this real quick. So took my live scan system. His finger was kind of like this here. All I had to do was angle it like that to get to his finger, right? And then roll it. That's all we did, right? Like, it wasn't much. That's all you got to do. Like, just try to think outside the box a little bit. Something as simple as that. He's like, wow, this is the fastest I've ever gotten fingerprinted. I was like, yeah, we encounter this all the time. And, it's just a matter of being, not just being like, oh, where it has to, this here station, the live scan system, it's not stationary. I mean, it's just this size. So you can move it in any direction you need to. And so, like, say for that guy, did that, moved it, fingerprint him, no problem. Kind of doing the slaps, kind of the same thing. And we did it like that to get them on there. And then the rest of the fingers were able to, get on there. So just want to share a couple of those little tips quick. These are some things that we discuss in our live scan course here at Secure Biometrics. Feel free to come check out our website, www.securebiometrics.co. That's .co. So yeah, Hope this has been helpful. Thank you.